Guys that's in prison, you gotta keep on beating your meat. You gotta keep on doing push-ups. The video today is why those things are very important. A guy that weighed 140, he was not beating his meat and he was not doing his push-ups and he got shanked. If he was beating his meat and doing those push-ups, he would not have got shanked in Fulton County Jail, Fannie Willis Jail. Let's go to the video and you'll see the importance of beating your meat while you're in jail. To have strong forearms and doing your push-ups to keep your weight up. When you go head to head with a bigger motherfucker like me in prison, you won't get shanked with your own knife. Let's go to the video, folks, and come back and chop it up AHS style.
Rodney McWay hasn't been a free man for the past 8 months, ever since Atlanta police charged him with killing his own daughter, allegedly kidnapping her and her brothers from their mother in Maryland, keeping them locked up in a squalid duplex unit, and depriving them of food and water until 4-year-old Treasure McWay couldn't stand up alone, weighing just 24 pounds.
She was extremely emaciated, just pure bone.
McWay, age 32, already facing 16 felony charges, including murder, kidnapping, and cruelty to children. Now the Fulton County Sheriff's Office accusing McWay of yet another crime, this time against a fellow inmate using a makeshift blade or shank.
A big problem at the Fulton County Jail is the actual facility itself is crumbling. The crumbling facility materials are now being turned into dangerous weapons. Pieces of metal, pieces of brick and cinder block, pieces of cement.
The alleged attack happened here at the Rice Street Jail in cell number 108 back in May. We learned the details just recently through records obtained in an open records request to the Sheriff's Office, revealing yet another callous alleged act by McWay. The account from Jailhouse Incident reports McWay wanted another man's store, meaning items he purchased from the jail's commissary, which sells snacks, socks, underwear, writing paper, and stamps and envelopes, among other things. The surveillance camera shows McWay entering the cell of Duricor Humphrey, a larger man who's also in jail on murder charges. According to his warrants, McWay demanded the goods, then pulled the shank out of his waistband. What happened next? Well, in Humphrey's own words from an incident report, "We got the tussling. He dropped the shank. I picked it up and stabbed him with it." McWay leaving the cell bleeding from deep gashes to his face, shoulder, and back, and empty-handed, now facing 3 more felonies: aggravated assault, possession of a dangerous weapon, and rioting in a penal institution.
So violence becomes a regular and common occurrence with people that are either facing or under sentence for life.
While the new charges don't impact McWay's murder case directly, longtime criminal defense attorney Joshua Schiffer said they might be used as leverage in a plea deal.
Here's what's really going to happen. They got him, from everything I can find, pretty dead to rights on the major murder stuff. They're going to pick and choose and lean on him, and he has a public defender who has a really tough job.
The Fox 5 I-Team's previous reporting on the case found little Treasure McWay's alleged tormentor wasn't the only one to blame in the case. After the kidnapping, police, as well as caseworkers from the State Division of Family and Children's Services, went to the door of the mold-infested duplex unit at least 3 times, looking for the children. But McWay didn't answer the door. Police and DFACS didn't coordinate. And the I-Team found police didn't follow their own policies. Following our investigation, Atlanta police announced an overhaul in how it handles calls for assistance from DFACS.
But when it comes down to the bottom line of why this child was starved to death, is because the police did not intervene when they had ample opportunities to do so.
So in other words, they should have kicked the door in.
If the person doesn't answer the door and the door's locked, you kick it in.
Now, the inmate McWay allegedly tried to rob wasn't criminally charged over the Shank incident, but the sheriff's office said he received disciplinary jail charges. Duricor Humphrey faces murder charges in the 2021 shooting death of Keon Yarber. After Treasure's death, APD announced an internal investigation into its handling of the 911 calls. We're still waiting on the results, but we did learn at least one officer has been disciplined, receiving, quote, oral admonishment. Russ, Courtney?
Well, so Johnny, do we know what McRae was trying to take from Humphreys? That commissary item that he was trying to take, could it possibly have been food, for example?
Oh, well, no, we don't know for sure. The records that we obtained don't spell that out. It could have been food, snacks. It could also have been socks. It could have been stamps. It could have been a deck of cards. We asked the sheriff's office that question directly, and they said they don't know.
The details of the case said what happened with McQuay's daughter is just so disturbing. This is just another development in this story. I'm sure you'll keep following what happens with McQuay in his case.
Absolutely. It's a very haunting, tragic case.
Yeah, it sure is. Johnny, thanks.
This story right here, it gotta make everybody upset, man. Our father doing that to that precious, beautiful young girl, starving his own child. How you gonna do that to your own blood? Treasure McQuay, R.I.P. She could have brought so much to the world. She had so much to offer to the world. Her only mistake, it's not even a mistake, it's not even her mistake, was having that shitty ass dad. Can't feed your own kid? I'm so happy he got disrespected in the worst possible way in prison. Getting shanked with your own shank. Every time the inmates see that motherfucker, everybody gonna laugh their ass off. How the hell you get shanked with your own knife, your own weapon? Because you ain't doing no push-ups and you ain't beating your meat. I ain't gonna get shanked today. I ain't going outside today. I ain't gonna get shanked today. I'm doing my push-ups today. Why? 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 I ain't gonna get shanked today. I ain't gonna lose my shank today. I ain't gonna lose my shank today. I ain't gonna lose my shank today. Why? 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 The guys that beat their meat ain't losing their shank in no damn tussle. The guy that do a whole bunch of push-ups, ain't no weight difference. Ain't no weight difference. It gonna be a equal fight. If I'm 120 and he 300, and I'm doing my push-ups, it's gonna be an equal fight. Best believe that. Best believe that. But you know, in the real world, the most disrespectful thing you can do to someone is spit on them. But in prison, the most disrespectful thing you could do to someone is to shank them with their own knife. People in the comment section, you tell me, what's the most disrespectful thing you could do to someone in prison? Please, no homo, no homo. I know some of you motherfuckers gonna go there. Stick it in his ass, stick it in his ass.
Well, so Johnny, do we know what McRae was trying to take from Humphreys? That commissary item that he was trying to take, could it possibly have been food, for example?
Oh, well, no, we don't know for sure. The records that we obtained don't spell that out. It could have been food, snacks. It could also have been socks. It could have been stamps. It could have been a deck of cards. We asked the sheriff's office that question directly, and they said they don't know.
I can't understand why Will Smith did what he did at the Oscar.
That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Telling bad jokes. When folks don't want to hear that, it does not matter. It does not matter what he was trying to steal from that bigger inmate. When you have bad paperwork, you should not be robbing nobody. Only the people that got their weight up and got good paperwork could rob a next person. He was in no position to rob nobody, and he got what he was supposed to get. Shank with his own shank. If I was a correction officer, I would not be disciplining homie, man. I say, homie, what do you want me to order you for Uber Eats? We're gonna put that on the sheriff tab. It's on the sheriff. But before we close out, the system, y'all need to do your job. You collect your check and do your job. Protect the kids, even from their own parents. Protect the kids. And folks, don't forget to like the video and give me your opinion on this awful, awful story. And be sure to come back for the next video. Hey, it's just here.